brother, Minister of State, to engage members of Parliament, and whenever we engaged them, they understood. And I want to thank you so much. Thank you, our foot soldiers in Parliament. I must use this opportunity to brag a bit that I think I'm the most supported minister by Parliament, the most supported minister by the technical people, the most supported minister by the President, who even sometimes answers questions on my behalf. You are preparing to answer, he says, for Umeme we've done this, for energy we've done this, and I've been given the best performers. Why shouldn't I perform? The members on my committee in Parliament, the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, they ask whether I'm comfortable, and then we move. When I say I'm not comfortable, we sit in a meeting. An amazing support from you people. When you hear that Uganda has the best regulator on the continent, why wouldn't we see a smooth transition with this regulator who has been regulating the system being in Uganda? If your permanent secretary is announced as the best permanent secretary, how can you be the worst minister? Okay? Everybody. And I must be thankful to you for taking me as your student, and you feel free to really be my tutors, and you've been making the tutorials. The ministers of state, the Minister of State for Mineral Development takes me as her mother. Who can dare annoy her mother? Who can dare annoy? Even the Bible talks about it. Even the Quran. When you are loving and you are portioning, you have to add more to the mother. That's what the Quran says. So I am standing here to really communicate to you my feelings and my support. The rest will be okay. I've been communicating in the most simple way for everybody to understand. And this is what the President requires. If you are installing a transformer, you have to tell people that there is no diversion where a customer will continue using power as we install this transformer. That diversion, we find it on the roads. Road diverted. You take the diversion, you still reach where you are going. But with electricity, I have to switch you off. So dear colleagues, members of Parliament, this intermittent power of recent, which has increased, it is because Umeme's activities of recent also increased to be able to complete the incomplete work. So this line is switched off because there is some work going on. Another line somewhere, and another line somewhere. This is the period, the season now to fix things so that Umeme lives with a clean, sheet. So it is what we call that inconvenience, which is consequential from what is taking place. If we can communicate to public, they will be able to understand. And so the frustrations will be contained. I've been communicating that obviously Umeme's service has been expensive. The chairperson of the board has agreed. But at that season, which was comprised of the unknown, any business person will make sure that they de-risk their business. So they had to de-risk their business, and so the concession had provisions that were de-risking their business. And so we are moving away from that because we are now sure Government is going to put in money. Mwesigwa has been allowed to borrow. They are the ones who have actually borrowed the 50 million US dollars. It's borrowed by Mwesigwa, not the ministry. It is Mwesigwa who has borrowed this money. And once we the shareholders allow Mwesigwa to borrow, we are de-risking, because he has to make sure that the rotten poles are replaced, that the transformers which are no longer serving the huge load are replaced. Everything else is done. And now the regulator is careful in making sure that in the tariff we have some portion to sustain the system. This is a better situation, which was not there when Umeme was taking over. So shareholders in Umeme had to sweat and get money and pump in money into the service delivery. So with you, government, because you are holding that company on behalf of government, where your minister is the majority shareholder, you are lucky that your shareholders sit in the cabinet. Women's shareholders were not sitting in the cabinet. No. Your shareholders are members of parliament. They interface with the parliament, whose duty is to appropriate enough funds for this sector. So you're lucky. So we will be able to handle that. And I've been communicating, therefore, that we expect even power to be more affordable. And today, before we receive the assets, the chairperson, the regulator, is going to tell us this good announcement where tariffs have been reduced. From today or from 31st midnight? From 31st of midnight going forward, what the regulator is going to announce today will work. And that has seen us a saving of 250 billion shillings as government. That clapping is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. Because this is what we want. I've talked about power reliability. When I tell you that Mwesigwa is going to borrow, for me that means power is going to be more reliable. You'll be able to have a rapid response unit. Your stores must be full. Your people must be full of energy to run around. A challenge of vandalism. The challenge of vandalism. Pastor Sempa, have you been praying? Vandalism. Okay? Vandalism. Can you pray that Jesus visits these people like he visited Zakayo, who was up in the tree? This was the sermon yesterday as I was in Ikako representing the president. The sermon was very good. Zakayo was in the tree, and when Jesus visited him and told him, come down immediately, when he came down, he just said, my Lord, every person that I have injured, I will pay 4 times, and I'm going to return this, and I will take a portion of all my things, take back. People who are vandalizing are on that tree. They must come down. They must come down and leave that habit of stealing, cutting down poles. That is something where I have just received another directive from the president to work with the UPDF and the rest to make sure that we curb this. But I gave guidance to UEDCL when we had the annual general meeting. Please take this seriously. So today we are going to announce the savings, but these savings can again be swept into making good of what the vandals have done. You know, replacing poles and all that. So you move 5 steps forward and 2 steps backward. When will you reach the land of 100% access to power, clean power, and 100% power reliability, and 100% affordable power, when you are, entertaining people who are stealing our polls? So I want to end by sincerely appreciating Umeme. I've been appreciating you. Sometimes I've been acting as your spokesperson because I understood the background. Incidentally, I've been around for some time in Parliament and Cabinet, and I have witnessed many policies being enacted and formulated by Cabinet. So I know the background, and my thanks to you has been sincere, because I know. Patrick, I've been calling you this last leg, which almost put my people, you've been waiting for Auditor General to get the money. The money has come. Where are you paying the money? This known thing had those challenges. Because it was a known thing, we were able to go through the challenges. Money went to the right account, right people, and I think they acknowledge receipt, and that's why we are here comfortably seated, waiting to receive the assets and the network from Umeme. So the chair of the board will be coming. I can't thank Honorable Okasai enough. Honorable Okasai's way of communicating is a tool that we have been using. I mean, unless you have something wrong, it's very difficult to really jump on his head after he has made a communication. The man is so humble and is an elder. So to have both attributes. And he worked with me when I was a minister in agriculture, when he was a director in charge of crop. So we are working together. So when the president appointed him as my Minister of State, I knew that we were going to work together anyway. So I'm standing here to appreciate and to say that I know that you are in the constituency, that you are going to contest again. I just want to have a look at the person who is going to compete with you. Have a chat with him, really. Because you are mastering the sector, critical sector, and then somebody says, "Hello, vayo, get away." Sometimes this politics is funny, very funny. So I want to declare my support to you without fear or favor. Anyway, me, I'm not going to contest, so nobody can come and revenge on me. I'm not going to contest. I told you my constituency is Uganda, Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, where I will be, and I will be accessible, and I'll be moving with my team. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the regulator. Thank you, UEDCL, the people who sell this power in bulk to Umeme, now to Mwesigwa. Yes, you are now sons of the same mother. You share the same shareholders. I don't expect anything that will make you not work together. Even where you have conflicts, you'll be like Aboluganda. Those conflicts should not be injurious to our system, to our business. You are members of the same family. We will find a way of communicating to the staff who are not here. I want a system where the staff will be receiving messages from me, the minister, because what they are inheriting is not something to joke around with. I have to keep communicating to them, reminding them that when you do well, you've secured your tenure. Minus that, I have no relationship with you. If you are not delivering, no relationship with you, you will go. There are many Ugandans out there who are crying that Mwesigwa has not taken them on. They are crying. But there is no way Mwesigwa would have taken everybody. This is not a merger of Umeme and UEDCL. It's not a merger. It's a transition which is likely to leave some people out. And so there are those people who are out, 191, whom we have not taken on. But we know them, that they are there. They are on our special list. If there is any need, somebody sleeping on job, I can assure you, we will not tolerate you. You will go home. And this contract is tagged to the merger. If the merger of the three companies comes in 1 year, your contract stops there. But it doesn't mean that you have no chance. If you've been performing, we merge with you. We take you on. If not been performing, we say, this one, let us drop this one, because you are many. So your contracts are tagged on the merger or beyond. But I'll have to make sure that this merger appears when we are ready. I'll not accept to be forced to merge. I'll be doing a disservice to this country. This I've been telling the cabinet, I've been telling the Minister of Public Service. This ministry is going through major reforms, critical reforms. Before Mwesigwa sits in and, sits on his chair, you want me to bring in Karamaji, to merge Mwesigwa with Karamaji, and Mutikanga, those ones, you don't know what they come up with. Mwesigwa, Karamaji, Mutikanga. Okay? So this, I am standing here to really assure the country that the policy to merge is good. It comes with advantages and disadvantages. It comes with a cost where you'll be forced to pay or compensate. But the summation of all that, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, because the savings that were calculated are far bigger than, those disadvantages that I have enumerated. But for this critical sector, the regulator calls it live service. It's like you are handling people's lives, in your hands. It is a live network. It is off. The repercussions are bigger. I have been pleading that we grow the merger. We don't rush, we grow the merger until such a time when new systems are in place, technology, ICT in place, and then you say we are good to go. We have fully gone on to the network. I will continue pursuing this. So I'll be going to cabinet after this function, and I want to say that I was surprised the function became bigger. P.S. You didn't tip me. I thought it was going to be a small thing, Patrick, but it is big this early morning of Monday. Thank you so much for turning up. It has been a short notice because we wanted to do it before midnight of 31st. And for us now, internal, we had planned to sit here at midnight and see. I don't know whether that plan is still there. It's on. We are going to be in the room on the SCADA to witness. For the first time in my life, I'm going to witness this. So my team, small team that has been invited, we shall still be here and receive the Mugole together. But this one was big thing. Dr. Litho, Patricia, and your team, thank you so much. You've surprised me. I think it was befitting even to put it live coverage. UBC, I know that I've communicated to the people of Kumi and also the people of Chiboga as well. And the entire, because UBC goes to those rural areas. So thank you for this arrangement. We've used it very well to communicate. The communication from Umeme, which I'm sure some people had not known the load that Umeme had been carrying, the preparedness, the fact that the PS introduced our advisor on this transition, who are not black like me. Can you please stand up for further recognition? Our advisors that have advised me during this transition. So we have not been working alone. We've tried to make sure that we involve many stakeholders. So with these few words, I would like to end here, thanking you so much, and invite our regulator to come and do the statutory duty of announcing the new tariffs. The CEO, the CEO gave a background. So Sarah, please stick to the announcement of the tariffs and what it means in the respective categories. Thank you so much. We will be told what next, how we are going to do it. Thank you very much.